This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, that's exactly how you drop a win after you fall behind early on with your ace on the mound. Garrett Crochet, 10 strikeouts over 6 notches the win. The bullpen outstanding. A lot of strikeouts. On the other side, Red Sox pitching. Crochet, Wilson, Whitlock, Chapman, mowing him down. Big moment in the game? Yeah, it was in that 9th inning. Because Joe Davis on Fox said, well, Mookie Betts is looming on deck, the former Red Sox star. And then after a 2-out base runner, Betts at the plate, there was Shohei Ohtani on deck trying to get one more at bat in the 9th inning after he led off the game with a home run against Garrett Crochet. Boy, that's a long open, and that's awful lot of what happened at Fenway Saturday night. And with that, we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer, storyteller, here to remind you that the Red Sox have had 6 American League Rookie of the Year award winners during their franchise history, including Pudge, Carlton Fisk, way back in 1972. Latest Locked On Red Sox postcast sponsored by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create your account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off on your first purchase. You know we are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Our Locked On Red Sox postcast also available on the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is free and available wherever you get your podcast. If you're on board with us on this Saturday night on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, we do want to hear from you. Audience participation, it's certainly appreciated. We want to hear from the Royal Rooters, our everydayers and our first-timers. Also, hit me up on the X as well. You can follow and continue the baseball and Red Sox conversation there at Lennox on Baseball. So the Sox able to even up the series at a game apiece. How can you not be romantic about baseball? Walker Buehler, who got his 2024 World Series ring from the Dodgers on Friday, makes the start against his former team in the finale on Sunday, and he'll go up against Dustin May.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Again, Mookie Betts was not with the team on Friday. Away back home in Tennessee, his home state, dealing with a family issue. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Hopefully he was able to take care of it. Got into town early evening, into Boston on Saturday, comes to the plate as a pinch hitter in the 9th inning representing the tying run. And he's got Ohtani on deck. Chapman jumps in front 0-2. On a 2-2 pitch, Betts fouled it off, and I'm like, oh no. Because he spoiled it foul. Was he on the pitch? He got the bat out there, made contact, and then Chapman fires a strike 3, called strike 3, game over. Ohtani left on deck, and the Red Sox pick up the victory to even the series up at a game apiece. Now, if you win on Sunday with Walker Buehler on the mound, you go 4-5 against the Cubs, Phillies, and Dodgers, the top 3 teams in the National League 3 divisions right now. And then you go to Minnesota for 3 against the Twins. That series at Target Field underway on Monday. But Garrett Crochet did not get off to a great start in this one. Ohtani, homers to start the game off. It's 1-0. 2 batters later, Teoscar Hernadez, homers. It's 2-0. But that was it. Crochet did not give up another run over 6 innings. And last year, covering college basketball, do play-by-play college basketball for Quinnipiac University in the MAC in the Northeast. And, you know, it just dawned on me. I've done play-by-play for a long time. And in basketball, it's like, okay, if a team hits 9 threes in the first half and they average 8 threes, I'm going to draw a parallel here, and I'm going to do it quickly. Team hits 8 threes in the first 20 minutes, first half of an NCAA men's college basketball game. They average 8 threes a game. You pretty much understand they're probably going to go 1 for 14 or 2 for 14 in the second half. Garrett Crochet gave up the 2 runs in the first inning. I really felt confident that he wasn't going to give up another run the rest of the way, and that's exactly what happened. He went 6. I love John Smoltz and him talking about Garrett Crochet. He was missing away. He was an effective arm side, which for a lefty, away to right-handed batters. But then all of a sudden, 5th inning, 6th inning, he really got into it. And the Dodgers helped him out. They really did. Freeman, a base hit in the first inning after the 2 solo home runs. Pajas, a base hit. and Freeman thrown out at third base by Jarren Duran. You don't see Jarren Duran flat-footed all that often. Ball fell right at his feet, picked it up, fired to third. And how about that? The Dodgers went for a review in the very first inning. Ooh, that's tough. Carlos Narvaez cuts down the base runner. Teoscar Hernandez, a walk against Crochet in the fifth inning. Freeman struck out. Pages at the plate. Hernandez takes off, caught stealing, inning over. And then a third base runner cut down with Wilson on the mound. Wilson in the seventh inning strikes out Kim, strikes out Ohtani. Ohtani did nothing after his home run in the first inning. Smith a base hit. Rafaela, Smith off the Green Monster. Rafael to Gonzalez at second. That's the third out in the seventh inning. They had 3 runners cut down on the bases. But the Red Sox do that a lot. And Crochet again, 6 innings. Got the win, 12th on the season. 5th time this year, 10 or more strikeouts in a game. So the base running blunders by the Dodgers, again, cut down on the bases 3 times this year. We've seen that from the Red Sox this year, right? Cubs series, Philly series. We saw the Red Sox strike out a lot from the 7th inning on against those bullpens. Well, the Sox bullpen, terrific on Saturday night. Wilson gets the job done with a scoreless 7th inning. He strikes out 2. Whitlock, wasting no time. Whitlock throws 10 pitches, gets 2 strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, 8th inning. Chapman retired the first 2 batters. Edman helped him out. First pitch swinging. First out of the 9th inning. But I want to get into the hitters here for a little bit because Roman Anthony, 2 base hits, and Anthony's coming along. I mean, you've got to like Roman Anthony right now. He is doing some terrific things. On base 4 times. And Roman Anthony delivering against Clayton Kershaw. And please, let's understand, Clayton Kershaw is at the end of his career. Reached a milestone a few weeks ago with picking up his 3,000th career strikeout. He's a Hall of Famer even before reaching that milestone. That just seals the deal. But he's not. I mean, he's throwing 90, 91 mile-an-hour fastballs. His splitters in the mid-80s. But Roman Anthony did a terrific job in his 3 plate appearances against Clayton Kershaw. His RBI double, Bregman, 2-out base hit in the 5th inning. Bregman scores all the way from first base on the 2-out double by Anthony. Now, does he score from first base less than 2 outs? No, he's off on contact, so he had that advantage. And he runs the base as well. But he scores just ahead of the tag. That was a great thing to see. We've been told this Dodger series, he's ready to go. He's got no more limitations. But still, how much of, even if it's 8% right now, 10% where he's feeling something in that right quad, just every time every time he puts the ball in play, especially on the infield, every time he's on the bases trying to move up 1 base or 2 bases, or there scoring from first on the 2-out double. Bregman's coming around too. But Roman Anthony, terrific job. 2 base hits, 2 walks in the ballgame. I'd like to say that's the at-bat of the night. It's not. Chapman striking out, Mookie Betts looking to end the game. That becomes the at-bat of the night. And I thought it was going to be Crochet against Ohtani in the 4th inning. Kim had a great at-bat, reached with a base hit. That got the pitch count up in the inning. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Crochet comes back, strikes out Ohtani. Then did a nice job in the 5th inning. And that was the inning with a caught stealing. Picked up a couple of strikeouts. He had 2 strikeouts in the 6th. And that was his final inning. Gave up a base hit with 2 outs to Rojas. Ruiz pop up to the second baseman. Gonzalez, inning over. But let's talk about the Red Sox hitting a little bit because, again, you're still leaving runners on base. Romy Gonzalez, his first at bat, and I went back and looked at it because Joe Davis had mentioned it. He swung 3-0 in the first inning. Fielder's choice ground out, inning over. When you're it's hard to say he's in a slump right now, but he is. His only hit this week, the grand slam in Philadelphia. That 1 hit, that's been huge. But 3-0 swinging doesn't result in anything. Gonzalez in the 3rd inning. Bregman infield base hit. Anthony base hit. Gonzalez hits into a double play. 1 for 25. Story strikes out. And then Gonzalez again. 5th inning. Bregman base hit. The 2-out double by Anthony, making it a 4-2 game. Gonzalez first pitch swinging. Grounds the shortstop. 1 for 26. Let's continue that spot in the batting order right now. Because Gonzalez is lifted for a pinch hitter, Wilyer Abreu in the 7th inning. And you got Will Klein on the mound who can throw the ball all over the place. And, of course, Joe Davis, John Smoltz were talking about that. Torres strikes out on 3 pitches. Ref Snyder, base hit. Hamilton pinch runs. Bregman a base hit with Hamilton in motion. Hamilton, his first appearance is coming up on Friday, right? Hamilton doesn't peek in. Straight steal, John Smoltz says. I don't know if it was head first. It was probably head first. He usually goes in head first. He should have been at third base on that base hit. He should have understood. Bregman, look in. Just give a little peek. The ball's in play. Look towards third. It's instant, but you got to look. Bregman goes a base hit to right field. It should have been first and third. Instead, first and second. Okay, who's up? Anthony walks, bases loaded. Wilyer Abreu comes up to pinch hit for Romy Gonzalez. It's that spot in the lineup Saturday night. Again, I'm bringing these up because you have to be able to come through in these situations more often than not. And it's less often than not for the Red Sox. Abreu, off the bench as a pinch hitter. First pitch, hits into a double play. Runners left at second and third. Jarren Duran, let's talk about him for a minute. 2 triples and a double. I believe it's the 7th time this year where Duran has 2 or more extra base hits in the game. He had 3. Last year he had 17 games where he had 2 or more extra base hits. But Duran, 7th time this season. He had 17 last year. But again, get runners in with less than 2 outs. Get runners in situations. Up there, you got a pitcher maybe on the ropes. We've seen that this week. You got to capitalize. That Abreu at bat where he swings first pitch just coming off the bench, that irked me in a big way. All right, we're out. Take a break. Come back. We hear from you. Numbers of the night as well. Buehler, May, pitching matchup for Sunday in the series finale. And the Red Sox have a chance to win the series. It would be the 8th time this year. Here's a number of the night for you. I've mentioned this one before. 7 times this year. They win on Sunday. It'll be the 8th time this year where the Red Sox win a series after dropping the series opener. We'll see if they can do that on Sunday with Walker Buehler on the mound. Remember, he got the better of Zach Wheeler earlier this week in Philadelphia. Let's see if he can get the better of his former team on Sunday in the series finale. Glad you're with us on this Saturday, latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, and we are presented by Game Time. Have you ever decided last minute to head to a ball game with friends and family? Maybe you want to go Sunday, series finale at Fenway Park. You're going to have another close to sellout crowd on Sunday. A lot of Dodger fans in town. Well, that's where Game Time comes in. Maybe it is game time and a game day. And again, suddenly you just realize you want to be in the stands at Fenway. That's where Game Time comes in and helps you out. The easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without all the stress. With the money that you save on tickets, you may splurge. You may splurge on food, drinks, merch, or even invite a bigger group to come with you to the ballpark. Game Time makes that possible. Game Time makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to first pitch. And they've got incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and the lowest price guarantee that takes the worrying out of buying tickets. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB, making it easy to browse the app for an exciting upcoming Major League Baseball game, maybe the next time the Red Sox are at home. That's next weekend after their series wraps up against the Dodgers at Fenway on Sunday. Tired of endless scrolling, trying to find the best deal? Game Time's zone deals. Pick the best seats in your section. Seat views right in the app, and before you buy, you know exactly where you're going to be sitting. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Our Locked On Red Sox postcast also brought to you by a new sponsor, Game Day Hue. Yeah, going from one hat to the new Game Day Hue hat that I just got in the mail. Game Day Hue makes clean, no-logo gear with team-inspired colorways for every pro and college fan base. It's all about letting the color speak for you. No giant logos, just smart, versatile style that works on game day, on the course, or anywhere in between. You'll love rocking it on the golf course. It's subtle, stylish, and you can still rep your team. The hat pairs perfectly with your usual gear. It doesn't replace your team's logo stuff. It just adds to the lineup. You're going to wear your golf gloves. You're going to wear your hats to the tailgates, tee times, and just out there running errands. And you're always going to get compliments. It's the kind of hat that reps your team without screaming. It's subtle, but still says everything. And it's not just hats. Yeah, they've got the golf gloves. Don't have mine right here. I'll have it on the next time. made for the golf course, or the perfect gift for the fan who has everything. Right now, you can get 15% off with code MLB15 at GameDayHue.com. That's GameDayHue.com. The code even stacks on bundle deals, so now's the time to load up. Let your colors talk, because colors speak louder than words. That's GameDayHue.com, code MLB15, GameDayHue.com, use code MLB15. Keep that on the rest of the way. Glad you're with us. Latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. Steve Lennox, hit me up on the X, at Lennox on Baseball. Red Sox, 5 more extra base hits, 3 doubles, 2 triples. The 2 triples by Duran, now 12 on the season. This number to me is staggering. 102 extra base hits over the last 23 games. Hey, the Red Sox collected 10 or more hits, 10 right on the button with Duran's double late in the 8th inning. So that ends a streak of 11 straight games without 10 or more hits. Single digits in hits the previous 11 games. Kershaw had never faced the Red Sox in a regular season game prior to Saturday night at Fenway Park. Did take 2 losses in the World Series against the Red Sox in 2018. Kershaw now 29-7. He's had great success in interleague play. 29-7 career record in interleague play in 61 career starts. Red Sox, again, not scoring first. 7 times in their first 8 out of the All-Star break where the opposing team has scored first. But the comeback win, 23rd on the season. Digest all of that. Take it all in. There is not a test or a quiz later on. To the comments we go as the Red Sox even up the series at 1-1 on Crochet Day. Romy Gonzalez, let's go. How about that? 1 for 25. That one base hit the grand slam earlier this week, and we're telling him to let's go, get it done. How quickly we forget. We didn't forget. Who's our leadoff hitters? We get going here. We got time. Let's get into it. Baconator Sr. Gotta love Crochet Day, 100%. Carlos, I'm going to give a true confession here. You got to clean it up. Can't put that one up, but I will give Carlos the little pat here and the nod. Yeah, baby. Bleeping yeah. Go Sox. Let's take the series tomorrow. Carlos, I can't put that up there, and you know why. All right? No problem. Patrick, okay. Neither feast nor famine, just a solid effort all the way around. Loving Whitlock in this role. Thank you, Patrick. Yeah. Meant business, right? And I was curious. Wilson worked the 7th inning after Crochet went the first 6. Is it going to be Hicks or Whitlock? Right now it's Whitlock. Man, you want Slayton back. I don't know where they, every guy who's gone on the IL. Houck, it didn't seem like it was going to be a long time. Dobbins, before the ACL injury when he was out, he's not going to be down that long. Slayton, I'm not even sure where he's at right now. Apparently, Liam Hendricks is throwing, playing catch, maybe from 180 feet or so. You've also got the trade deadline. At this point, they're not going out and making 5 trades. They're not bettering themselves at first base behind the plate, the backup role to Carlos Narvaez. They still want to swim in the deep end of the pool and go big fish hunting for a legit starting pitcher behind, and Giolito and Bayo out of the break. Yeah, maybe that is where they go. Maybe they don't do that until the offseason. But I'd still like to add another bullpen arm. Quite possibly. The Geist Life, great win. Crochet didn't seem at his best, but still had 10 Ks. They did strand a lot of runners on base. Yes, they did. Hope that doesn't continue. Yeah, the runners on base are driving me crazy, and I gave you the at-bats there from Abreu and his pinch hit role, and even Romy Gonzalez as well. 1 for 8, 7 left on base. That is not good. That just adds. That adds on. I mean, the 1 for 8, again, you're just not coming through with runners on base right now. And you've got guys in the lineup who should be able to produce in those situations. So 1 for 8, let me try to do the math real quick if I can find it here. I don't know if I'm going to do this or not. Is it up top? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. 8, 1 for 8. So 8 for 57 runners in scoring position over the last 8 games. That's rough. It's rough. There's no mincing words. That's just rough. Amanda checking in. Well, I don't mind about the Red Sox winning against the LA Dodgers. It's part of the game. It is. You want them to win. Series even 1-1 if you're a Red Sox fan. Lucas, this is great. Can we please score first tomorrow? Lucas, I'm right there with you. Go get a couple of runs early on against Dustin May. And let's see if Walker Buehler can not only best Zach Wheeler this week, but May and his former team on Sunday as well. George, well, this was a better game. Duran and the pen outstanding. Thank you, George. The guy's life. Whitlock was legit lights out. Yeah, it's terrific to see. And a lot different right now. He's your 8th inning guy in a 2-run game. He's the bridge to Chapman. He got the job done. And Smoltz even said it. There might be people, Garrett Whitlock went through that lineup, the 3 hitters that he faced in the 8th inning, like a hot knife through butter, give him the ninth. No, that's Chapman's inning. 18th save on the year. Hoyes F. Lee, great win, hashtag LFG. There you go. Prod by Brownie. You've been on before. We got to get that right. Prod by Brownie. Let's see if Walker has some stones tomorrow. I'll give you that one. George, good test for Buehler tomorrow, given the Dodgers' first 6 batters. If you can get through the top 6 batters in the lineup right now, you can have success. And that's where you saw that Ohtani was due up if they got a couple of base runners in that 9th inning, but you left him on base. He's now homered in 6 of his last 7 games. I mean, he's just legit in every way. They didn't strand a lot of runners, 7. Doc Jazz. Well, that is a lot of runners. When you go, you just have 1 base hit and 8 at-bats. And that's a lot of runners when it's a close game. And they've played a lot of those close games of late. Too many. Every game out of the break. 9, now make it 10 of the last 12. 10 of the last 12 games decided by 3 runs or less, including 5 1-run games in that stretch as well. So leaving 7 runners on base in a 2-run ball game when they had the tying run at the plate in the 9th inning, that's a lot of base runners. George, Teoscar Hernandez swing is made for Fenway. We could have paid him as a free agent 2 years ago when he wanted to come to the Sox. Yeah, and there are stories there. Did the Sox even make an offer along those lines? William Perry, still need a starting pitcher and a first baseman. Let's get Mitch Keller and Yandy Diaz. Yandy Diaz apparently on the market. Rays may let him go. Are you going to be okay with sending some prospects or whatever the package is back to a team in your own division? I think you are. William, thank you. Doc Jazz. Dodgers have got 4 first ballot Hall of Famers. Yes? Yeah, they do. And the Red Sox are even 1-1 in the series. And Kershaw, I said it earlier, and this is not a knock on Clayton Kershaw. He's at the end of his career. I don't know if Kershaw, what his role is in the postseason. Are you giving him postseason starts? I don't know if you're doing that. But then again, you might have to just based on who is and who's not available as well. The guy's life. Buehler will probably need a good amount of run support tomorrow. And there's nothing wrong with that. But again, get the lead early. Take the first lead of the game. George. Thank you, George. George, always finish with that, and I do appreciate it. I appreciate the thanks, but I appreciate you guys as well with us on the Locked On Red Sox postcast. On board after each and every Red Sox game. So, one more, the guy's life. Story starting to slump again. Yeah, not that many. I want RBIs from Trevor Story. And I think 3 now in his last 9 or 10 games. So, what did Story do? Story. 0 for 3, did walk once, scored a run, and struck out 2 times. So Trevor Story, yeah, it's in that, but maybe, I said this the other day, maybe with Story slumping a little bit right now, the end of the month is coming. So maybe it's a hot August, but you don't want to, he's been in every other month. He struggled in May, solid June, okay, July, overall with some of his numbers. Story last 23 games, 28 hits, 15 runs scored, and 19 RBIs. That's now over the last 23, but just 3 RBIs now in his last 13 games. Do I have one more note on him? No, but I'll have it for tomorrow, and I didn't look it up today. 14-1 when Trevor Story hits a home run. Feels like it's been a while. May and Buehler, series finale. Take the finale against the Dodgers on Sunday, and you have a series win. That's what you need tomorrow. Buehler, go give 6. Give 6 innings, then you've got the bullpen. And I think you're somewhat rested in the bullpen. Chapman could go back-to-back days. Then it's off to Minnesota. As always, we want to tip our cap to you, our Royal Rooters, for being on board with us and your great support throughout this 2025 Major League Baseball season. And we are far from done. We got a long ways to go, and it's soon going to be a short time to get there because we're not in that sprint yet. But you hit August 1, August 10th, you've got the finish line of the regular season, September 28th. So we're not there yet, but we're also closing in on the dog days of summer as well. Trade deadline next Thursday. That's going to be a lot of fun. Tip of the cap to our sponsors, as always, Game Time and Game Day Hue. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, #1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Tell your friends all about us. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, taking a win on Saturday against the Dodgers. We are here every day.